Hello, my lovelies. It's Tuesday again, and I can't decide if you're tired of hearing and seeing my videos every day or if you want to hang in there with me, but I've been somewhat obsessed and trying to post every day. So I guess if it's not pleasing, you can always turn it off. I don't know. Just don't want to overwhelm. I do appreciate some of the sweet comments I have received lately, and they have been very kind, so thank you very much. And I feel like I've gotten to know so many of you in such a lovely way. I think that this community is very special, and it allows us to have friends that we would have never otherwise had, so I appreciate you all. Especially those that are frequent followers and frequent commenters, and I just think y'all are the greatest. So here I am using my Make It Kit Monday, and this is layout number 12, and it's ironically titled Open Book, and that's just because my daughter's kind of an open book. We were going on a trip. We were at the airport, and the strange thing is we cannot remember what trip that was, and I've looked through my calendars, and she looks older there, like it would be more recent, but and her hair is pulled back, so it had to be longer, but her and I, and even London, can't figure out what this was from. So it's kind of a lost picture, which is odd, because usually I'm so into remembering those things. But anyway, I did figure out there was a time when I had told y'all that I didn't really know what kind of ink to use on the American Crafts, like the cardstock that has that little bit of texture to it, and I felt like I never got a clean impression, and I have done some experimenting, and I do find that pigment ink works the best. It is wet enough to soak through some of the ridges or texture, and so it has worked well for me, and so that's why I pulled out the Avery L in the Meant to Be True, and I used it for my stamping on this. That is one of the roller stamps, and I believe it is by Glitz. I think most of the ones I have are, but there's a couple of exceptions. Some of the larger ones I think are American Crafts. But this kit is based primarily on Dear Lizzie's Polka Dot Party, and I did use up, I'd say 95% of it, and have very little left. That Color Wash by Pink Paisley tag had True Story on it, and of course True's name was on there, so I just trimmed off the story part and inked it up with some of that Avery L, and the sticker behind it was actually in the kit. So this layout, I don't think I pulled in much else that is not from the kit. I do end up sprinkling with some of the mint from Heidi Swap. Oh, I did have that stitched. That's a Amy Tan stitched piece, and that's the heart down there on the lower right, and that was just in one of my little bowls, and I thought it went well. It adds just that little pop of color since everything else is kind of monochromatic, and I love that big chipboard element. So for Maggie Holmes up at the top, so I just left it whole. You can actually punch out that center, but I liked it just as it was, so I didn't end up punching it out. And I thought the camper was very fitting since we were traveling, and obviously I was with her because I took the picture. I don't think True's done any traveling without me until this year. She went with her boyfriend to New Braunfels for a few days, and that was our first trip away without me. I mean, she's been like to Young Life trips and things of that nature, but as far as vacations or not structured family outings, it's always been with me. She's my mini me, and she just doesn't really like to travel without me, so. And I love to travel, so. She's not big into travel, though. So I did end up, utilizing a lot of those chipboard stickers from the Maggie Homes, and I had ended up buying 2 on accident, and I'm glad that I did now because I've basically used so many of them up just on this one kit. They're so gorgeous, and they seem to match everything. I just took a scrap of paper and backed the frame there. And this is another one that just kind of went along quickly. I mean, it was just super fast. And then I'm using that pigment ink there, even on the words, "Love You More," and that was from my kit. And I do like the pigment ink very much. So I think I was kind of trying to decide what I was going to finish out here. Yeah, I don't remember, but that pretty much completes the layout. I will finish up with still pictures, and I would love for you to leave any comments, or a thumbs up would be greatness. And I will have another video for you tomorrow. I hope you're having a good holiday season, and I look forward to seeing all of the goodies that you get and you sharing it with me on the Pretty Paper page. Hopefully there are some hauls in your future, either as gifts or just as special purchases for yourself. Sometimes the best gifts we can give are the ones we give ourselves, especially as scrapbookers. So anyway, I will talk to you later. Ta-ta for now. Bye.